The 2023 release.
What are you doing?
I have this scoop I'm about to publish.
You're gonna publish another sneaker leak?
Yes.
Dude, you can't keep on doing this. You keep on getting us in trouble.
What I want. We're not getting in trouble.
Dude, we're gonna get shut down. I gotta call the FBI to stop making this happen.
Hey, stop snitching all the time, bro.
Yes, thank you.
All these leaks are gonna get us shut down.
This is what they pay me to do.
Bro, just stop snitching, bro. Let's do the show.
Get him. You remember the T-shirts? Get him.
FBI,
You need one of the T-shirts. to stop
Brendan Dunne leaking another
What are you
Air
doing?
Jordan shoe.
What are you?
That's a full size. That's a full size. She want every color. That's a full size.
Hello to every single member of the FS Army watching across the world. Of course, I'm your co-host, Brendan Dunne.
I'm at Welty.
James.
And we have with us here today ZSneaker. How do you even say it? Because in my head, I'm always saying it's ZSneakerheadZ. Is that right?
It's ZSneakerheadZ, but a lot of people say ZSneakerhead. So
Okay.
I let it slide.
Real name Brandon Starr, if we can say that
Yeah,
too. Okay.
absolutely.
You may not know the name, but you definitely know the watermark. This is a man who has leaked countless sneakers, more than we can possibly count.
Amen.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, yo.
We're going to talk about your sneaker history. The first thing we want to talk about, though, the shoes everybody has on feet. So, Welty, please tell us what you're wearing in this, the penultimate episode of the season.
Hey.
$10 words. We are wearing a pair of Mizunos. Been on the Mizuno Wave lately. These are the Mizuno Wave Rider.
Very clever. You see the wave.
Beta.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Nice.
goodness. Shout out to the first sneaker of the year. The Nike SB Jordan 4. Shout out to my good people at Black Sheep in Carolina. These shoes hard as shit.
And you're calling this the sneaker of the year right now?
It's up there.
Okay.
It's up there. It's the top 5 right now.
I'm not mad at
Beat
you.
it. I want somebody gonna beat it.
Over the white cement reimagine?
Oh yeah, I mean yes, for me because I'm older.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, I done seen the threes.
We know what it is better than, though.
Oh, it's
Tiffany
better
Air
than
Force
Tiffany
Ones.
Air Force Ones. For sure.
We're fighting that
I literally
fight.
just got those too.
But hey, so Dad Socks, shout out to Black Sheep. Hey man, these shoes are hard as shit. Shout out my boy Thrash for the sweater. Let's get it.
You got the Fendi Hoochie Daddies on, too.
Got the Hoochie Daddies on. Come on, ladies. Throw the $100 bills because I don't need one.
What you got on feet, Brandon?
All right, so I got the Nike Air Foam Posit 1 Dornbreckers.
Hey.
These came out twice. Once in 2013 and then another time in 2019. This is a shoe I definitely wanted since I started the page. Just loved the shoe. And I love what Nike and Dornbrecker do every year for the patients at Dornbrecker,
Absolutely.
for them to just put their creations into an actual product. It's amazing.
That's one of the better ones. I'm doing New Balances today. Just to remind people, there are some other New Balance silhouettes out there. So this is the 1500 Norse Projects.
Very
I
good.
see how hard you looking at Welty.
No, Welty knows. I don't have to remind him of shit.
And there's another colorway, too. That's good.
See?
Brandon, those are a pair of sneakers that you love, obviously, but what's the most regrettable sneaker purchase you ever made?
Well, it has to do with foam posits too. I ended up buying the chrome posits in 2015, and that was back in the day when sneakers actually you had to have an access code.
Yeah,
In
I
order to
remember
get
buying those off sneakers.
You remember that?
Wasn't
Yeah.
that the first? Wasn't that when sneakers launched?
Yeah,
They had like
yeah.
that pop up in New York
Yes.
City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you remember people had to run around the city to get access codes?
Some people.
Yeah. Long story short, I wore those a lot growing up. Then I get to my second year of college. I get bored one day. I go outside, I do a video, a little sneaker review. I look up and I'm like, is it about to rain? It starts sprinkling out, and little do I know, I see there's some droppings on the shoe, little raindrops. So I take my finger and I go like this.
No.
And then the chrome comes off.
Were they that fragile?
Yes. I had no idea.
I've seen people's pairs flaking, but I didn't know it was like
Yes.
that.
I took a towel and I started drying the shoe. That was a great idea. Nah.
Nah, not at all.
So the whole entire chrome started coming off, so I ended up selling them for what I paid, and I saved my money up back in the day to get
Wait,
those
so you've resold sneakers?
on special occasions. On special occasions like that. I'm later gonna get another pair of those, but that was just tragic, man. I was the only person in high school with them.
Hate to see it. You're a young guy. Those came out when you were in high school. Okay.
Yeah.
I just felt super old.
All right, let's talk sneaker news. The first piece of sneaker news we want to discuss is the rumored Union Air Jordan 1. I feel like we don't need more Union Jordan 1s because the first ones were so good. We actually got a comment from Chris Gibbs from Union on this. He said, what would any self-respecting sneaker launch be without rumors of release dates, fan mock-ups of what they think is coming out? Z, I gotta even, wait, sorry, should I be calling you Z? Should I be calling you Brandon? I don't even know what I should be calling you.
Z's fine.
Okay.
Z's fine.
What can you tell us about these?
not going to look anything like that.
Have you seen an actual picture of the shoe?
I haven't seen the pictures, but I've gotten a very good description of what to expect.
Paint the picture for us.
So I was told that to separate the entire shoe from top to bottom, it's gonna have some sort of woven design going throughout the entire shoe. I forgot what the term was called. That's how it's going to look. And I think the base color for those is like sail, and it's gonna have like green and gold. And
Are you looking forward to them?
honestly, until I see pictures, and that's why I didn't do a mock-up either, because they're not gonna look anything like that.
You're a Union gang, Trinidad, right?
I'm a gangbanger now.
The Teamster himself.
No, I mean, obviously, come on, guys. Chris Gibbs, Beth Gibbs. They're like, my OGs. I'm damn near like family. And I just wait till the people who do it. When it comes to leaks, you gotta understand, I'm a musician too. So leaks is a love-hate. Unless you actually wanted it to leak yourself, whenever it leaks, it's tough. It hurts. So when it comes to, whatever they're gonna do next, I know it's gonna be good when it comes to being a Jordan 1. This shoe right here resells for like crazy money, used or new. What they do out of LA, out of Japan, it's just beautiful, man. And I'm just waiting to see what they come up with, whether it's woven, whether it's this, and
You
two
can't
other
tell us what it
colorways.
looks like either? You don't know?
You're gonna see what is on my foot. I ain't telling y'all motherfuckers shit.
Here's the real question, Trinidad. So if you have your next Saucony collab coming out, right?
If I did.
Yeah. And he leaks a really bunk photo of your shoe or someone else, are you hunting them down?
I don't think I gotta hunt them down. I think that is what I think that's what this is about, though. It's like, if I didn't know the person, whatever, you know what I'm saying, it's like, well, what could I really do? Because at the end of the day, the internet is not a real place to me. You can't really be mad at him because he's doing his job. Would I be happy though? No, I'm not gonna be happy because he did a horrible mock-up of my shoe. To do a mock-up of a sneaker, it take a lot of work, bro. It's like, come on, bro. Like, you could have just asked me if you're gonna fuck me over.
Right.
Next bit of sneaker news, a shoe rumored to be coming out. The Purple Air Zoom Generations, a shoe that
Fire, hot, amazing.
LeBron wore a few years ago. There's rumors and images circulating around that the shoe doesn't actually look exactly like this, that it may be a leather-ish upper instead of a suede.
I can't wait.
Z, have you seen?
I've seen actual photos, and then I've also seen those official images, and they do look a bit different. I don't know if that's due to like quality control or...
That's a big bummer. I need him to look exactly like this, exactly like LeBron wore him.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of those, all purple.
This shit's hard.
And we have to actually buy him too, because this is the type of shoe that people complained about when it wasn't coming out, and now that it's actually coming out, we gotta vote with our money and buy him. I feel like a lot of times this happens
You
with
working for Nike now? What the fuck?
God, no. I'm working against
vote with
Nike.
your money? You gonna vote with your money? Nigga, what?
I just mean, sometimes we beg for shoes to come out and then we don't actually buy them when they come out.
No, that's real. The consumer be on some bullshit.
So Z, what's all the information you can give us on this shoe?
Honestly, since official images have loaded, they're probably coming out in like the next 4 to 8 weeks. The info initially did leak, I think, back in last year. And then they said that they were coming out summer 2023.
Can't wait. Whatever date, they getting my money. Z, what is your first sneaker memory? Like, when did it start mattering for you, brother?
I know when I was a kid, I had the white and blue Air Jordan 18s. I believe my dad let me go into the sneaker store and just pick out a shoe that I wanted. I had those.
And you picked that shoe?
Yeah.
Interesting. Were there other retro options, or that was the only retro in the store at the time?
I think there were, but that was a pair that stood out to me.
Okay.
Only because you could kind of buckle it here without having to, tie the shoes.
Functionality.
My earliest sneaker memory that was around the time where I started the page was everybody in my middle school was wearing foam posits.
Yeah, I just felt super old.
And that was back when I wasn't really big on shoes. I didn't know what they were. My friend Javon and Tanner, they told me what shoes they were. And I did my research. The next foam posits that did come out were the Jim Green foam posits. And there were 2 different images online. And that's back when I didn't really know anything about shoes, of course. So it was like a black foam posit 1, and I didn't know the difference between the foam posit 1 and the foam posit Pro. They ended up being the Pros.
Yeah.
I was at the mall. You weren't allowed onto the premises until, I believe, 6 a.m. So there was a huge hill that everybody would kind of hang out until that time. Security called us over, and literally after that, everybody started running.
I have this image in my head of y'all just all running down the hill.
Mind you, I just got out of 8th grade. I was in track and field, and we won regionals that
Oh,
year.
yeah, you was ready.
I was booking it past grown men and
my
everything,
God.
and I was feeling good. So I ended up getting in line. I was second in line. I believe that was back in the day when they allowed you to, purchase releases at 7 a.m. Now it's 10.
Right.
I ended up getting 2 pairs because I wanted to flip the other ones to get my next pair, but I only ended up making about $20 off that shoe.
Yeah, that wasn't a good resale shoe, actually.
It wasn't. And then come to find out, that shoe was sitting in the mall.
Of course.
Good thing you got them off for the 20 then.
Yeah.
I don't think
honestly.
any of the pros did well outside of the red pros.
The electric green.
Yeah.
The slime.
The slimes were cool.
love those.
Slimes were cool, you're right.
We need
Slimes
the
were cool.
pros back. I'll do some pros on here.
Slimes
Come
are
back.
cool.
How did you start the whole sneaker leaking thing?
Initially, when I started the page, I just loved sneakers. I didn't expect anything out of the page. I just did it to pass the time by. I get bored one day. As the years went on, I started to follow blogs like Sneaker Bar Detroit and Balt Sneaker Show, and I kind of picked up on what they do, and I was thinking to myself, how could I start to do something like that?
You weren't following Brendan Dunne leaking on Soul Collector?
Damn.
I don't remember.
Let me find out you the original piece of shit.
I'm one of them.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, long story short, I ended up getting a bunch of different sources, and that's the thing about social media. You've always got to be willing to reach out to individuals and network, and you never know what type of connections you can make. I just ended up getting so many sources, and I would kind of do my little trial and error, my tests and everything. I would put out, hey, this shoe's coming out this month, or hey, this shoe's coming out next year, and I would kind of gauge it to see that, hey, this source is reliable, this source is not. It was something that has kind of built up now until this moment, and I have basically the best sources in the world.
How would you convince someone to become your source? Did you give them some sort of weird offer, like, hey, I'm gonna Venmo you 20 bucks?
No, honestly, they just reached out to me on social media, and it just kind of became like more of a building relationship. You can't leak until this day. Hey, you can't leak until this month, and you kind of know how it goes.
Kinda.
You're speaking my language
Look
over
at
here.
him. Fucking Snowden over here.
This man's got so many leaks under his belt right now.
No.
Wait, are you the Julian Assange of sneakers?
Him or me? It's him.
I think I read that you just leaked like a collab that's coming out in an article.
Oh, the Bodie one.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got some more to come.
Slight
Yeah.
things. Slight things.
It's this guy here.
The Foamposite leak for the metallic reds got me so hyped.
And now they're here with the leather on them. I'm not hyped about that.
Bro, you're ridiculous. You don't wear your phone posits. Jesus.
How do you feel about Foamposites, Welty?
I've had one pair of foam pods in my life, the 2009 eggplants.
Did you wear them?
Yes, I wore them twice, and then I sold them for $100.
Wow. You only wore them twice?
I feel like you would set the internet on fire right now if you stepped out in a pair of Foamposites.
Should I?
Give them what they want, man.
Okay.
Got to.
Z, what's the biggest sneaker scoop you've ever had?
The big kahuna.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, as of recently, it was probably the Lost and Founds, the ones that came out last
Red
year.
pandas.
Okay, yeah, if you want to call them that. Yeah, that was huge. Me and my boy, Sneaker Files, we were kind of debating on how they would look. We knew that they were coming with an age look, but as far as the materials go and everything like that, we weren't too sure. So we just ended up putting an image out of the 1985s and said, hey, Chicago ones are coming back out, but the materials could be different and they're gonna have a vintage look. That was one of the biggest leaks.
Were you the first one on that?
Yes.
I feel like a lot of those big Jordans, you're the first one on that.
Yeah.
Have you ever got it really wrong though? Like you mentioned earlier about this kind of trial and error process
Yeah.
where a source didn't give you the right info or you didn't corroborate it enough. Are there moments like that too?
Yeah, so you guys remember the Desert Elephant 3s that came out maybe last year?
Yeah.
Well, I knew that what they were gonna look like, so my mock-up was right. But they told me later on, after the mock-up, that the elephant print was gonna have a natural finish. So I wasn't sure what that meant until the images actually came out.
Kind of the elephant in the room.
Yeah, so so a lot of people ended up getting upset about that, and that's the thing about
Come on, Z, you're fucking us over with your dumb drawings, man.
Hey, but that's the thing about mock-ups, man.
voice.
That's the thing about mock-ups, though. You know, we can get very close, accurate descriptions of the shoe, but when they hit production, it could slightly change.
Yeah, of course.
What about, we talked about this. I know you were complaining about, you know, when they take a picture of a shoe with like a potato.
I don't know what kind of camera that is.
It's a flip phone Motorola.
Yeah, it's just like at the point where I get leaks like that, I'm just like, I don't even want to post this.
Because it doesn't look good.
It doesn't look great.
Do you guys remember like the Union 4s, like when the picture first came out?
Oh, and
Yeah.
we tore it up.
Yeah.
We tore that bitch to smithereens.
That's why Chris is like, I'm not
I had
saying
to crawl
shit.
back on my knees, like I'm so sorry, family. I'm so sorry. Oh my
The Union
god.
4s, I think I was first on that too, and I just remember the comment sections.
Wait, did you post the bunk photo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucked us over.
Proudly.
It was him who fucked us over. Jesus, man. I mean, I gotta ask, man. You know, like I said, the leaking thing for me, like I said, it's a love-hate. I'm just being transparent with you, bro.
I love it.
You know? Yeah, of course you started it, motherfucker.
No, I didn't start it. I did not know. I did not start it. Don't ever put that out there.
You NWA of the shit. Can you explain the business side to? All right, you're a young man yourself.
Yeah.
I just felt super old.
But like to a younger person looking at you, right? What is in it for them? Like, what does the business side of it look like? Where it's like, maybe you could do this if you're good at finding sources. Like,
Honestly, I do this just to inform folks, you know, what's coming out in the next couple of months or maybe next year, just so, you know, the younger folks can go ahead and say, hey, like this is coming out this time and I can go ahead and put my money aside. And then later on, I definitely want to, you know, merge into like maybe a website or an application so that it would be a little bit easier and more organized to see what's coming out in the next few months.
You want to be like the next J23 app?
Can you tell me what's up with the sneaker leaker beef? Have we put that to rest? I don't want to get too spicy here. You know, I respect everybody at
you
Soul
don't want to get
Retriever.
too spicy, but you just brought up beef.
No,
That's
but
pretty spicy.
Only because like we're all in it together. To me, you know, like
Oh, are we
everybody.
now?
Are we a sneaker community, Brendan?
Oh,
No, I'm just saying. Is the beef dead now?
Wait, who's the beef with?
I said Soul Retriever. Everybody is
you
Soul
don't want to get too
Retriever.
spicy.
That's crazy.
I'm just talking about
crazy.
things that happen in real life.
I try to remain humble throughout my entire journey on social media and try to hold my tongue on a lot of things
Right.
and just remain respectful and professional.
It's not easy to do on the internet because I feel like in some ways,
Yeah.
Twitter and Instagram is just built for trying to dunk on people, you know?
Oh, especially Twitter. People on Twitter just don't care.
Love Twitter.
But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of over it. It just comes with being, you know, competition with each other.
All right.
At the end of the day, it's not really that deep.
No.
It's just information.
I feel like, and this is not from the outside looking in, but obviously being involved.
Oh, you're on the inside too, bro.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm not.
Inside man.
I'm not as big into the leaks as you guys are. Just it's not my world as much. But I feel like, Brendan, hearing a lot from you, there's like a difference between more of like the established sneaker media or whatever you want to call it, than
Soul Collector and Complex Sneakers.
et cetera. And then
You're not going to put us in there?
No, I'm saying us, but
Okay.
the,
I'm like,
other,
what?
the other like sneaker blogs per se, where they source the info, and you get most upset when, you know, other sneaker websites don't source back to the original where it was broken from. But I feel like maybe, and correct me if I'm wrong, if like the Instagram leaking accounts are like it's a little different, like more Wild West with having to source back info and who's going to post this and who's going to post that, you know, and like who's going to credit who.
I mean, a lot of the time now, if I don't get properly credited, I'll just reach out, you know, on a friendly note, like, hey.
I'm calling the manager every time. You know me. I'm on the phone.
Look
You
at
guys
him.
have been, you know,
Leaker
pretty
Karen?
good with it.
Leaker Karen is crazy.
Back in the day, it was kind of a big deal to me, but now it's just kind of like, it is what it is. A lot of people know that the info most of the time comes from me, so it kind of goes without being said. So I'm not really
Little flex.
something like that.
Do brands ever reach out and get like mad at you? I remember talking to like sneaker leakers way back in the day, and there was like Asics and brands like that who were like, they didn't have like death threats on the people, but they were like trying to like, who is this person? I'm gonna find them, you know?
Yeah, so if it was a Adidas or any other brand, I know a bunch of different other pages have been hit up by them like, hey, delete this photo right now, or there's gonna be consequences. But me personally, I haven't had to deal with any of that.
No brand has ever reached out to you?
No.
I'm surprised because they know about you. You know,
Yeah.
everybody at Jordan Brand has a
Yeah.
They're gonna print out your photo from this and put it on the dartboard.
No. Me personally, I haven't had that issue.
I wonder too, do you know in those conversations with other people about brands reaching out to try and shut down the leaks, does it actually work? Like, do
think-
these brands actually have a leg to stand on when it comes to that stuff? In my opinion, no.
Honestly, no. I mean, it's kind of out of their control.
Yeah.
And, you know, social media, you're pretty much free to post what you want.
To piggyback off what you guys are saying too, do you think also that it kind of ties more back to like how accurate you are?
Yeah, yeah,
It was like,
absolutely.
shit, he's not wrong, so it's
Yeah.
like, rock out.
There was a mock-up that I did a couple years ago, just a bunch of different Dior's, like the Dior ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Just for fun, just to see, like, you know, which shoes would you end up buying, or which colorways would you end up buying. Somebody took, I think, my Chicago Dior Jordan and ended up saying that they were coming out. That account that said that, Dior tracked them down and took their page down.
Oh no! The Dior people tried to hit me up once too over something that was not at all an infraction.
Yeah.
I think that it goes to show to, you know, your consistency and accuracy.
Absolutely.
That's why it works.
Is leaking sneakers lucrative? Is there like money to be made off of this? I mean, outside of an app?
Yeah, it just depends on how you approach it. A lot of the social media platforms now are paying creators for their content. I definitely know that there's different avenues
Start
in
up a
the
cook
future.
group or something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking about like a Discord a while ago when COVID happened, because everybody was doing a Discord. But
Yeah.
there's definitely different avenues to make money. I'm just still kind of brainstorming about it.
Every single week here on the show, we punish someone in the worst take section for something terrible they did or said last week, as decided by the YouTube commenters. We make them switch out their shoes or something awful. This week it is our dear friend Matthew J. Welty, so he's got to hop off the wave for a second.
There was something about a dice game for a pair of M&M Air Force Ones. Do you remember that?
I never played a dice game for a pair of M&M 4s.
Nah, he made up a fake.
This is the impulse.
Dior Brown. Ooh,
Now, if this was a Travis Scott,
You know?
everybody would be on these.
own it.
Look, they got
be honest.
oh, you can't, I thought there was a pocket on there, but you can't even open up the pocket.
Yeah,
It's a fake pocket.
Travis Scott, come on now.
That watermark of yours, it's so funny. That thing spread so far to the fake factories.
Yeah.
Made versions of shoes with your watermark on it.
Yes, they have. I've gotten so many pictures of people taking pictures of the shoes, and it has my watermark on it.
On the physical shoe.
On the shoe. And
You gotta buy a pair of those. You gotta track them down.
I've been trying, so
You're like gonna get pairs for like your family members and like so they
yeah,
can
put it in a glass case, because that's hilarious. So the last time I got hit up about that, it was somebody in Jamaica. I think it was a black and white Jordan 1, and I remember doing a mock-up a while ago with those, and it had my watermark on it. So sometimes
incredible.
the factories will literally copy the entire shoe saying,
From you.
This is
They're
ZSneakerheadZ collab.
They're sick. They're sick. They disgust me so. They're so bad.
And fun fact, the Chicago Dior's, they did make fakes with my watermark on
I
them
need a
as
pair.
well.
You want royalties off it?
No.
We also do a segment on the show called Drip, Flip, or Skip. Drip meaning it looks good, flip meaning that you resell, skip meaning you don't rock with it at all. Our first sneaker in the Drip, Flip, or Skip is going to be the CRTZ 95. They shut down the city in New York. Agency, Aegean C.
Aegean.
Aegean.
Not GN.
Like a Matt Gian, yeah. Aegean. There's
John.
more than one.
All the Aegeans.
Definitely a drip. I like them.
CRTZ rules the world.
Yeah. And I'm not good with colors, guys.
Same.
Fun fact, I'm colorblind.
Same.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is crazy. So you're both sneaker leakers. He's Brendan, you're Brandon. They
Yeah.
call him Brandon from time to time, right, in the comments. And
Yeah.
you're both colorblind, so
Wow.
two peas in a pod.
Look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
And shout out to Brandon, the other leaker.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandon. Yeah.
I don't know his last name. I'm sorry.
This is a crazy leaker talk right now. Okay.
Pardon us.
This is sneaker
The
leaker
other
meetup.
colorblind motherfucker to the left from me. Jesus Christ.
Opa. I like these. We don't really know what they're gonna look like just yet, you know, in terms of the bag, but right here it's looking like a blue raspberry Jolly Rancher. It looks crystal clear, beautiful. You might see me popping out to Greece just for the IG photo with these on feet. It's a drip.
I love what Cortez has done with the 95 so far, doing the IRL activations. I think the first two colors are awesome. This one isn't as good, I feel like, as the first two, but with that said, it still is a really nice shoe.
The New York one is the one with the pink bubble.
Yeah,
That's
those
the
are
one.
those are my favorite. I love the green ones too. They kind of look like the Monster 95s, but these are awesome too. Shout out all the Greek members of the FS Army. You're invited to Horvats if you want to come. So.
Well, there it is. Yeah, I love what these brothers are doing, man. I haven't saw that type of excitement for sneakers in a long time, and I'm happy that they came to New York City and brought that energy back.
Yes, much
Man,
needed.
Much needed. All this lame ass
They were outside.
shit.
They were literally outside.
Facts. Ugh, I was about to throw up looking at how the game was looking. Shout out to these guys for helping save the game. This is a big drip from Dad himself. Moving forward, undercover mock flow. Welty.
Yeah, these are awesome. I always wanted a pair of the ACG mocks, but never got a chance to get them. But I would wear these, so drip.
I'm not a fan. I'd say skip.
Yeah, I always wanted a pair of the Mocs, so I went ahead and got the OG pair, so I don't need this shit.
Oh, okay.
If it's
You
a
said it
flow, I'm
with your
building a
stash, I
dam.
see.
Stop it.
Are they at least comfortable?
Aren't you like Mr. Undercover?
I'm Mr. Undercover, but I don't need this. Like I said, I got the originals. I'm gonna bring them out on here just to let people know.
This is a drip. I don't own many or
Yeah,
any
you're not like me.
shoes like this, but I think this is a good one. I wouldn't mind copping this somewhere. I'll get this from somewhere. I don't know who, but somebody got this. Somebody got this. Moving forward in shoes, the homies. The backward mischief joints, backward forward. I rocked these yesterday. That was fun.
Honestly, I love Mischief, but
You got any of their shoes?
I had the big red boots. I had the wavy babies. I
Oh,
had
you're a
the
big
ones.
fan.
Yeah, I had the.
You only said 2 shoes and you're a big fan?
That's a lot. Mischief doesn't have a lot of shoes.
They
That's
got
like 20% of the catalog.
motherfucker. They got like 6 shoes.
I had the ones that look like a cast when you bust your ass in the wavy babies.
Yeah.
The Gobstoppers.
Yeah. I had those as
You
well.
got the Devils or the Angel Water joints? The 97?
No.
Okay.
This is probably a flip.
Okay.
Honestly, those are too crazy for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been about a handful of years exactly since the Devil shoes came out and had a whole beef with Mischief. I think since then, they found a better route than to try to make fun of sneakerheads and or God. But this, I think, is in the right vein of them just doing quirky, fun stuff. But I think just a shoe that looks like this isn't something that I would have any sort of, I'd never wear it. So it's just a skip. But I do think that this is a much better direction for the brand, which I've said.
Yeah, I think these are quite interesting and honestly a lot more interesting than the things bigger sneaker brands are making right now. And I think they should be rewarded for that. But for me personally, it's a skip, but cool shoe.
Well, this is a drip, and I can understand why it's not a drip for people, and I think that's totally fine.
Would you wear it with another person? Just go like,
Well, you said the key thing, Brendan, where Mischief is doing the most creative stuff in sneakers right now out of everybody. And the thing about when you're pushing boundaries, you know, people gonna have opinions. People got opinions on Jordan 1s. Because the big red boots, obviously the most viral shoe of last year, right?
wasn't it this year?
Is it this year?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the most, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, things in 3 months, so much shit has happened.
Yeah.
However, where it's like they keep coming. So it's just, I love the consistency.
Absolutely.
I love that they're just pushing a different agenda, and different agendas always ruffles feathers, which I'm all about. Z, we do outfits on the segment, and we have to do your outfit, sir. Outfit number 1, Galaxy Z.
Alrighty. So
Is this the same shoe next to you right here? Talk to us about these.
Okay.
Guys, these are not mine. These are his.
yeah, so this is the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Galaxy. This is a shoe I've wanted since I started the page in 2012. Honestly, I never thought I would own this shoe. You guys remember the craze that these
Yeah.
had.
How's the
back
glow
then.
on them? Can I see?
I was in it.
Yeah, the glow.
You were outside.
The glow honestly isn't as good as I thought.
I thought you were gonna sniff it for a second, bro.
I was also too.
Yeah, they're glowing.
You can't even see color, but you can see that glow. Man, get the hell out of here, man.
My logo on social media isn't white and red, but it's actually white and galaxy, and this shoe inspired my logo, basically.
Ah, sentimental sneaker. What about the outfit? Is that the Travis Scott pose? It looks like it.
You'll never figure out who I am.
Or is that what you do when they send you this?
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah. Honestly, yeah, I like the pose. I decided to put it up.
Thought someone was gonna dox you.
Oh, wow. See, I must ask because, well, this is why we're here. Drip, flip, or skip, sir.
Drip.
Okay.
Galaxy Foamposite, legendary shoe, but also worth quite a bit of money. So flip.
Brendan Dunne?
I'm gonna call this a drip. He wanted the shoe for a long time. Finally got a chance to own it. I can relate to that.
Yeah, I put in 5 days for these shoes when they came out. So anytime somebody wearing them on foot, I'm a fan of that. Big drip. Outfit number 2,
Post it up.
Where is this?
Black
Well, did you
Fox.
have these earlier, or did you have these?
Okay, yeah. So
Talk to me about it.
here's
Because
the-
seeing it now is like, bro, I don't give a fuck. But maybe if you give me a year, and when you got this, then I'm like, oh, my dog.
Okay, yeah. So originally, I had copped the Black Grapes in 2013.
Okay.
And that was, I believe, my second or third biggest camp out. I think it was 2 weeks or the week of the last week of school, basically.
Yeah.
I had to crack them.
You skipped school?
No. So I ended up wearing them to high school that day.
Oh, you was the dude.
Yeah,
You was
one
the
of
guy.
I believe somebody spilled water on them.
They're suede, too,
It
ain't they?
messed up the suede.
Did you choke him out?
I was thinking about it.
Choke them out. What would Jesus do? Turn water to wine, baby. Grapes.
So I ended up getting rid of them because the suede was just
Trash.
Long story short, I ended up getting them again, and I had to flick it up for the one time.
Okay. Drip. I flip. Let's skip.
Drip. Of course, this is definitely one of my favorite Jordan 5 colorways.
I like this colorway a lot, but I agree with you in that I remember the materials not being very good. And maybe that's sour grapes for me, because I wanted a pair back in the day, but I couldn't get them.
So,
I'm saying skip.
Yeah, my biggest memory is I think Joe LaPuma had a pair of these and he gifted them to someone in the office who didn't have a lot of shoes and they cooked them into the ground. But that's, I don't know. But hearing you hear,
Nice.
waiting for tonight.
with that said, hearing your story about it and that there's some sentimentalness to it instead of just being a random shoe, it's a drip.
Look, this shoe's a skip. It's a skip. The suede is trash, you know. Outfit number 3. Offset.
That's the homie. So, fun fact, it was midterms week, and I was in college.
Oh, wow.
And we were going back and forth. He was trying to find, I believe, 5 pairs of Jordans from the 90s into the 2000s. Dead stock. He wanted them.
Like anyone?
I
Once
believe
a
it
year.
was the 16s and some 6 lows. But
That's some random stuff.
yeah. It was just pairs he didn't have at the time.
Yeah.
So he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, like, I need these pairs. Can you get them for me?" And I was like, "It's midterms week," but I had to make it happen. So I hopped on the plane and I ended up going to his crib and I sold him the 5 pairs. Another reason why he went through me is because he wanted to make sure that they were wearable, they were authentic, and they were just good to go.
Is this something you've done before?
It's more of like a behind the scenes kind of thing.
For certain clientele.
Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
But
You're Ben Kicks, so you don't even know it.
Damn, Ben Kicks. What's up, Ben?
Offset's collection is insane.
Oh, my God.
And that was in 2019.
My boy got all the Jordans and smoking cigarettes.
Did he break you off with a concierge fee?
He gave me a tip.
20%?
I don't remember. It was just so much money.
Drip flipper skip, sir.
For the shoes I got on, that was a Nike outlet find, the Memphis Tigers foams. They came out
Well,
for...
you love them phones, boy.
You're from the
I am a
DMV.
phone
You love them
guy.
phones. Golly, this nigga got hella pictures with phones on. You a legend, bro. You a legend for these phones, bro.
Drip.
Yeah, I mean, hearing you tell the story about that when you started, hopped on the plane, I thought you were dropping a Migos lyric. But yeah, I mean, it's cool that you got that experience and get a little look into your behind the scenes action. So, drip.
Whole situation is a drip for me, especially real sneaker blogger stuff. You got the Sneaker Bar Detroit hoodie on right there.
Yeah, those are homies, man.
There we go.
I see Offset. I'm biased. This is a big drip for me. Offset.
All right, Z, before we get out of here for the day on our penultimate episode of the season, we want to breeze to the comment section and see what people have been saying about us on YouTube for the past week, which is always a fun time. We have one from Nonfiction12 saying, "I love the fact that you all wear the shoes that you like regardless of their hype or popularity. Remain true to self regardless of the opinions of others."
Hype beast, we know about you, bitch.
Oh, that's our motto. V says, "My partner and I got married today and we're laying on our cabin when we realized FSR had uploaded. Best way to start the honeymoon."
Woo. A cabin with TV.
Hearing
That's the
Brendan Dunne's
future.
voice in the background.
If that doesn't get you excited to spend your life together, I don't know what will.
Hey.
Chuck's Over Stripes says, Thursday FSR, Friday Complex Sneakers Podcast, Sunday, wait till Thursday.
Wow.
Love it.
We'll be back in a couple days. Thank you for watching. This has been another episode of Full Size Run. Of course, I'm your co-host, Brendan Dunne.
Matt Welty.
Trinidad James.
I'm ZSneakerheadZ, and before the episode ends,
A little leak?
you guys could look for the Air Jordan 17 lows to come out next year. I don't know what colorway, but they're returning.
Confirmed.
Hey. 17 lows. Let's go.
On every color, that's a full size. Buy a 6 for my kids, bought a 7 for my chick. My
Island boys,
Just hanging out here on the couch.
subscribe. And then we need you, like we always do, every time we sit here. We're the new Outcast, by the way. And ask you to subscribe to our show.
You watched the episode, but your work is not done yet. We need your support now more than ever.
Like all the videos, comment on all the videos, make your whole family watch all the videos, only say good things about us.
Put our show in your stories, share it, recycle it, do it again, start over, watch the first season, catch up.
Family gatherings, just throw it on for any reason.
Island boys!
every color, that's a full size. That's a full size. That's a full size.